Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, supporters. So to the point, the Renault 1.2 Tce Hr12Ddv engine is a relatively new, turbocharged three-cylinder petrol engine that is part of the broader HR engine family developed by the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi Alliance. This engine represents a significant departure from older naturally aspirated units like the K4M and H4M, aiming for a balance of power, efficiency, and lower emissions through direct injection and turbocharging. It's found in newer Renault models like the Austral, E-Space, and Rafale, as well as Dacia models like the Duster and Bigster. Here's a detailed review. History and evolution. The Hr12Ddv is a modern iteration of the HR engine family. Unlike older TCE engines like the H5FT, which was a four-cylinder and had known issues, the Hr12Ddv is a three-cylinder unit specifically designed from the ground up with direct injection, a variable geometry turbocharger, and mild hybrid technology in some E-Tech versions. It was introduced around 2022 and is part of Renault's strategy to meet stricter emissions regulations, Euro 6D full and designed for Euro 7, while offering better performance than naturally aspirated engines. It's produced by Horse, a company formed from a joint venture between Renault and Geely for powertrain development. General opinions and review. Being a newer engine, long-term reliability data is still accumulating. However, initial opinions suggest it offers a good balance of power and efficiency for its size. It's appreciated for its modern technology and ability to deliver a responsive driving experience for a small engine, thanks to turbocharging and direct injection. The three-cylinder nature means a characteristic thrum, but modern balancing shafts usually mitigate this well. Advantages. Improved performance. Thanks to turbocharging, the Hr12Ddv offers significantly more power and torque, e.g., 130 to 150 horsepower, 205 to 230 Nm, than naturally aspirated 1.6 or 1.0 engines, providing a more dynamic driving experience, especially at lower RPMs. Good fuel efficiency. For its power, the combination of small displacement, direct injection, and turbocharging allows for competitive fuel consumption figures, particularly when driven efficiently. Mild hybrid variants further enhance this. Modern technology. Features like direct injection, variable geometry turbo, electric water pump, variable displacement oil pump, and bore spray coating contribute to efficiency, performance, and thermal management. Timing chain. A major advantage is the use of a lifetime timing chain, which eliminates the need for periodic, costly timing belt replacements and the risk of catastrophic engine failure associated with belt breaks. Reduced emissions. Designed to meet stringent Euro 6D, full, and future Euro 7 regulations, often incorporating a particulate filter. Mild hybrid compatibility. Often integrated into mild hybrid systems, e.g., 48V MHEV and E-Tech versions, further boosting efficiency and reducing emissions. Disadvantages. Potential for direct injection issues. Like many direct injection engines, there's a potential for carbon buildup on intake valves over very high mileages, as fuel is injected directly into the cylinder, bypassing the valves. Note: older 1.2 Tce H5FT engines had significant carbon and oil consumption issues. It's important to distinguish the Hr12Ddv from these. Complexity. Turbocharged direct injection engines are inherently more complex than naturally aspirated ones, potentially leading to more expensive repairs if issues arise with components like the turbocharger, injectors, or high-pressure fuel pump. Thrum of three-cylinder engine. While well-balanced, some drivers might still perceive the characteristic vibration or sound signature of a three-cylinder engine, especially at certain RPMs. Sensitivity to maintenance. Due to its advanced technology, strict adherence to recommended oil types and change intervals is even more critical for the Hr12Ddv's longevity. Common faults and breakdowns. As the Hr12Ddv is a relatively new engine, introduced around 2022, widespread, well-documented common faults are still emerging. However, Based on general principles of direct injection turbocharged engines and some early reports, potential areas to monitor could include ignition system. Issues with spark plugs or ignition coils are general possibilities in petrol engines, potentially leading to misfires. Sensor failures. Malfunctions of various sensors, e.g., oxygen sensors, pressure sensors, can affect engine performance and trigger warning lights. Fuel system. Direct injection clogging of fuel injectors or issues with the high-pressure fuel pump are possibilities over time with direct injection. Turbocharger issues. While modern turbos are reliable, they're complex components that can eventually fail, especially if oil maintenance is neglected. Software glitches. As with many modern, highly electronically controlled engines, occasional software-related quirks or performance inconsistencies might arise, often fixable with dealer updates. Important note, it's crucial to differentiate the Hr12Ddv from the older 1.2 Tce Hr5 4-cylinder engine, which was notorious for significant issues including high oil consumption, timing chain stretching, and premature exhaust valve wear. The Hr12Ddv is a different and newer design, aiming to address lessons learned from previous generations. Early reports regarding the Hr12Ddv specifically mentioned potential issues with faulty ignition coils and Martin animal in the engine compartment, unrelated to engine design, as general possibilities rather than systemic design flaws. Fuel consumption. The Hr12Ddv is designed for efficiency. Official and real-world fuel consumption figures will vary significantly depending on the vehicle it's installed in, weight, aerodynamics, driving style, and whether it's a mild hybrid MHEV variant. For example, a Renault Austral with a 1.2 Tce engine, likely the Hr12Ddv, would typically aim for combined consumption figures in the range of 5.5 to 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, approximately 36 to 43 miles per gallon US/43 to 51 miles per gallon UK. E-Tech hybrid versions will have lower consumption, especially in urban environments. Drivers can expect better figures on long, steady highway runs and higher consumption in aggressive city driving due to the turbocharger. Timing. The Renault 1.2 Tce Hr12Ddv engine uses a timing chain. This is a key design choice that enhances the engine's long-term reliability and reduces maintenance requirements, as timing chains are generally designed to last the life of the engine and do not require regular replacement like timing belts. Oil capacity. The oil capacity is typically around 4.6 liters with a filter change. Always refer to the specific vehicle's owner's manual for the precise capacity, as slight variations can occur. Recommended oil type. Given its direct injection and turbocharging, the Hr12Ddv requires specific, high-quality synthetic oils. Renault generally recommends fully synthetic oils with a viscosity grade of SAE 0W, 20 or 5W, 30, meeting the latest Renault-specific standards such as RN17, RN17FE, fuel economy, or RN17 RSA, for performance variants, if applicable. These standards ensure the oil is suitable for direct injection, turbo protection, and particulate filters. Using the correct oil is paramount for preventing issues like LSBI, low-speed pre-ignition, and carbon buildup. Oil change interval. Oil change intervals are typically 15,000 kilometers or 1 year, whichever comes first. Given the technology, strict adherence to these intervals and using the correct specification oil is crucial. Versions. The Hr12Ddv engine is primarily a 1.2-liter, 1,199 cubic centimeters, 3-cylinder, 12-valve, 4 valves per cylinder, petrol engine with direct injection and a turbocharger. Power outputs. It typically produces power outputs ranging from 130 horsepower, 96 kilowatts, with 205 to 230 newton-meters of torque, normal version, up to 150 horsepower, 110 kilowatts, with 230 newton-meters for higher spec or E-Tech versions. E-Tech, mild hybrid mini applications of the Hr12Ddv are integrated into Renault's E-Tech mild hybrid systems, featuring a 48V mild hybrid setup for enhanced efficiency and performance boost. Variable geometry turbocharger. The use of a variable geometry turbo helps provide a broader torque curve and improved responsiveness across the RPM range. Conclusion. The Renault 1.2 Tce Hr12Ddv engine represents a significant step forward for Renault in terms of small displacement turbocharged petrol engines. It offers a compelling blend of strong performance for its size, respectable fuel efficiency, and the long-term maintenance benefit of a timing chain. While the inherent complexity of direct injection turbocharged engines requires diligent adherence to maintenance, particularly oil specifications and intervals, the Hr12Ddv appears to be a well-engineered unit designed to meet modern demands. It should provide a more engaging and economical driving experience compared to its naturally aspirated predecessors, and importantly, it addresses many of the concerns associated with the older 1.2 Tce H5FT engine. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.